Okay, audio is recording first. 3, 2, 1. All right, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
We're back. We are back again.
It's me.
Two of the same players are back in this room. Me and Lane are still playing.
Yep.
We are sitting here with Mr. Ian Delap, or
Welcome,
Mr.
man.
Ian Delap, or Mr. Ian Dunlop, or Dunlap, or how many variations of your last name are there?
Well, you were right the first time.
Well, I know, but I've heard. So I don't know how many.
Don't forget
other
how many times people destroy my first name too.
Do they really?
I'm Ivan a lot.
Has anyone ever called you Lan?
Yeah, I get Jan.
Jan?
If you, like the cursive I kind of looks like a
because it's
J.
the weird.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's fair.
dude,
When I was growing up, my mom's handwriting especially made it look like a J. So like, I'd get like YMCA cards printed up as Jan Delap.
Jan Delap.
Oh man. Oh no.
I've just grown to accept it. It's okay.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I love you,
so
Mom.
Jan Delap is one of the founding members of the band that we're all currently in right now, which has gone through a huge. It's got a long history. Even with me, you know, I came in the game somewhat late to Good Morning Tonight, and I was in the band for 10 years, 11 years, something like that.
Yeah.
So
For those who don't know, our band is Presley Avenue, not Paisley Avenue. Everyone likes to call it Paisley Avenue
Really?
for whatever reason.
what is going on, people?
I haven't
Okay?
heard that.
What's
one
going on with
before.
this fucking illiterate society we're growing up in here? Yeah, Presley Avenue. We are a what do we want to call it? Like, it's not like a reform of Good Morning Tonight, but it kind of is.
Kinda. I guess it's a reimagination of it.
Reimagination. It's the
It's similar in style, but it's not exactly the same. Good Morning Tonight had a lot more emphasis on the pop. I guess Presley Avenue is a little more emphasis on the punk, but we're still pretty poppy.
Yeah. And Lane is, for anyone that doesn't know, that hasn't seen anything, Lane is the singer for the band. Shout outs to Derek Hepner. What's up,
Yeah.
buddy? Hope you're watching this. Hope everything's good down in Colorado. But yeah, so Lane's a singer. I'm on drums. We still have Ian and Steven, who's not here. Steve isn't present. He has darts tonight, right?
He has
That's what's
darts.
going on. It's wintertime, man. We're darters. Like
He's slinging them darts.
I think
Getting
Lane
them 1080s.
I don't play darts.
Lane is, I think, the only one. Oh no, Alex doesn't play darts either, and Lewis. Nice, good slurp, dude. Yeah. Speaking of which, for any of my close friends, I am not sober October anymore. That's I haven't been since like I made it 13 days.
Hey,
days.
that's not bad.
Shout outs to Joe Rogan. I wouldn't have done it if he didn't do it.
Yeah.
We are drinking these local beers, Gruner Brothers. I got this Ben Light Pilsner. And I gotta tell you, it's goddamn refreshing.
You like it? Is it good? See, Ben Light was. I think that's the one that they you know, like when somebody walks into the bar and they're like, you know, what do you like to drink? Well, I like Budweiser, Bud Light,
Yeah,
Coors Light.
they
Miller
don't
Lite.
like super heavy beers. They want something familiar. So
Yeah.
this is good that they accommodate those people.
It's cool, man. For anyone that hasn't been to Gruner Brothers Brewery, it's up at the old Petroleum Building by the Event Center. If you haven't been up there, I highly recommend going and checking it out. It is fucking cool. It's a really, really neat spot. They totally remodeled it and redesigned it. And they have a whole line of craft beers. I am drinking a Devilito, and Lane's drinking one too. And the reason they call it Devilito is because they are 8.3% alcohol.
Woo!
Yeah, they're fucking alcohol by volume, and they go down pretty fucking smooth.
It's almost sour. Like
Yeah.
it's almost a sour
It's
alcohol. taste.
you
Kinda,
can taste it.
it's an acquired.
It's
I
an
think.
8% beer for sure.
You're
you know,
kind of
it's like-
cringing when you're saying that.
Speaking of heavy beers,
I've had worse.
have either of you guys had the PBR Dark or whatever it's called? Or
I haven't been
extra.
able-
Extra is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
I haven't been able to find it yet.
They have it at Second Street. I brought it over that one of those times for practice.
Second Street.
Where is it tonight?
Yeah, bro, you didn't.
I
You knew I wanted
I have
it.
49 cents in my bank account.
Yeah,
I got $3. So
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
true. Yeah. I would think out of us three, Lane's probably the last one that
brokest.
would be able to accommodate something like that.
There is that new that PBR coffee that's coming out. Have you heard of that?
That was another one that I was looking at too, and
I
they're
I
serving
really
it
want to
like
try that one.
They're serving it in like the brown cans or whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
they did like a 10 or 12 state test to see if it around the country to see if it would sell, and I guess it did pretty well. But I haven't
Have you
heard
guys
anything
had the
about it
PBR
since.
Easy?
PBR Easy. Is that like a lighter version?
Kinda. Like it comes in a blue can. They call it PBR
what?
Easy, but it's like
Is it water?
it's like PBR Light. Honestly, it doesn't taste all that different. It just has less
Well,
calories.
The PBR
Not like
heavy.
I'm counting them, but
Right.
Did I see you drinking PBR Light or PBR Easy once? I thought you had it at one point.
Yeah, you had it on a Marco.
I did. I think I
one
sent
point.
it on a Marco Polo a
Yeah.
few times.
Okay.
The
yeah.
blue and yellow can.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Looks like
I honestly bought it just because it looked different and I thought it looked neat. Just
Yeah.
PBR
No, that
Easy.
the PBR heavy isn't bad. It's you can taste the alcohol, but it doesn't taste much different than a regular
Yeah.
PBR either.
What are those ones like 6-point-something%
Yeah, it's
or
like
something like that?
6.2
And
or
a
something.
normal one's like almost 5.
Five,
So
yeah.
is it 5? 5 1
I
something like
think,
that. So
yeah. PBR is my go-to. Like
Mhm.
I was born and raised on the
Yep.
PBR.
PBR
kinda, I
is
guess.
I don't know, man. And it's weird because like as you know, younger kids, we're not really that young anymore, but like when you go to a bar you go to a bar and
True.
you know, there's like an older dude at the bar, you know, like an older lady or what, older couple, whatever, at the bar. If they hear you, it's almost every time, like it's almost guaranteed it happens every time. If they hear you order a PBR, you always get this reaction like, oh, PBR, huh? They're still making PBRs? And it's like, yeah, they're like one of the leading beer
Like
sellers.
hipsters almost ruined them a few years ago.
Yeah.
Did they?
Because if you'd travel out of state, like you'd go to Colorado or Oregon, Washington, like you go to a bar, typically you're expecting to pay $2-3 for PBR, right?
Yeah.
Hipsters like put that shit in so much demand, like, you know, PBRs were like $5-6 for a tall boy, like some bars.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Fucking
remember.
hipsters always ruining everything.
And what was the thing with didn't PBR, weren't they like in a lawsuit or something a while back?
That got scary because
They almost pulled it, didn't they?
Well,
Yeah.
they have a brewing contract. Like they're separately owned, but they're technically brewed, I think, by like Miller Corporation.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're coming to the end of their contract, and apparently them renewing their contracts, like they were not seeing eye to eye, and Miller was about ready to say, "Get fucked. We're not going to brew your shit anymore.
Yep.
PBR won't exist."
They're brewed by Miller.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, like the same
Companies-
company that makes Miller Lite?
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
company
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
PBR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The company.
They brew it for them. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel
the
about
company Pabst is owned by Russia now.
Whoa.
But
Which
it's
is a bummer.
brewed- Yeah, but it's brewed by Miller Corp.
Huh.
Yeah.
And that's
Milwaukee.
isn't
It's Algonquin for the good land.
isn't is Miller Lite brewed in Colorado? Is
Nope,
it-
that's Milwaukee.
Straight up? I was wondering. Okay, you said I wasn't sure where you were going with
I was
that,
making a Wayne's World reference.
but
That movie's 30 years old, so
I think I've seen Wayne's World.
some of you
one-
might get that.
I think
One
I've seen Wayne's
time?
World one
No.
time. I think I've seen it one time.
It's a
Yeah, like
classic.
all the way through.
Yeah,
I've
that was a
seen,
pretty big movie when I was growing up.
I've
Yeah.
seen bits and pieces of it, but yeah,
I remember growing up trying to figure out why my parents were headbanging to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, that's
Because
an
it's
iconic
not
scene,
it's
man.
not an overly heavy song, but
No,
that one part.
just the one part.
And
yeah,
that's why.
Yeah,
Supposedly, I actually read somewhere that the director of that movie had them do that, and that was the first time that like headbanging was put into the mainstream.
really,
as,
like
a
the first
thing,
time
yeah.
that someone was like, "Oh, we're gonna fucking headbang."
Yeah,
But
well,
you never
like-
got headbanging. Like that shit just makes me like dizzy and
It
kind
just
of like
hurts my head tomorrow.
my neck is.
Yeah. Well, and Colton Spudley had this really funny term for it the next morning. It was called a bangover.
Oh yeah, bangover. That's right. That's
That's a good
right.
word for it.
Yeah.
Because I guess I like rock my head a lot when we're on stage. A lot of head movement,
yeah.
and I always feel it in my neck the next
Yep.
day.
Yep.
No
Headbang.
matter
like
how many
2 days.
stretches I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, and that's fuck. You know, play as a drummer, you fucking know, dude. If you don't do like some serious neck rolls and shit before you get on stage, and you get up and you get it.
Yep.
Like, oh man, there have been some days where I've woken up the next day after we went hard the night before, in Good Morning Tonight. Fuck, man, and I woke up the next day and it felt like, I don't know, man. It
Like someone just like kicked your
it
ass with a
felt
bat. Like
yeah, it felt broken, dude. I thought my fucking neck was broken, dude. Like you wake up and you can't even turn to the. You just like have to do the Bigfoot.
Turn your whole
like,
torso.
yeah,
Yeah.
like give people weird fucking looks as you walk by them and shit. Yeah, dude. It's oh man.
my wife consistently makes fun of me
My
for that
wife.
because
My wife.
Shout outs, Kaylee. How's it going?
there's every single time we're going to practice or we got shows, like she was make sure and do your stretches. Like I'm like I do. I'm like, but
Oh.
she's the one who hears all the complaining the next day. Oh man, I'm
Oh,
so sore.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I can't fucking do this. I can't
Yeah.
walk. Oh man, and then tying that in with copious amounts of beer and alcohol during the night too. That doesn't
Because
that doesn't
beer
help.
is not alcohol.
Fuck no, beer is not
its
alcohol.
own-
Well, unless you're drinking Devilito,
There you go.
then it's basically alcohol. Shit.
No, and that's what's funny is like learning how to be a lead singer in Presley Avenue. Like I'm figuring out my stage presence and stuff, and like I'm having to reteach myself to not headbang and use my whole torso. Because the next morning I'll wake up like in like a neck brace.
Yeah.
Like I can't move.
A lot of times we play really small stages, so like we're all kind of compact. So like doing that kind of movement's really all I got. Just
yeah, just super super quick, and hopefully you're not hitting anybody else while you're trying to look cool on stage.
Which then it always like shoots the sweat down my face, which gets in my eye, and I'm sitting there singing, pretending like all the hair gel is not burning the shit out of my eye.
I've seriously considered just getting like a bunch of like cheap like basketball headbands and just wearing them.
I used to rock those all the time.
Yeah, we did that actually.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, but looking back on them photos, it was not.
Hey man, I'd rather be comfortable on stage than look
like
cool.
2007. Ian was definitely a MySpace kid. Like just
he was. Oh man, had the
neon green.
I had the swooped hair and I
had the bangs coming out of it and
like,
shit.
just,
yeah, like straight up, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't throw that headband down. Like I crafted that shit in the mirror for a minute. Like
oh yeah, it was straight like when the hair came out of the end of it, it was like that. They have to be lined up right, and it's got to. Oh, dude,
I put a lot of effort into making
kid,
it
man.
look like
you
I
made
didn't
it work.
care.
You fucking made it work, dude. We did a lot of dumb shit in Good Morning Tonight.
Yeah.
We did a lot of dumb shit in that band.
Facebook is consistently pumping out memories of, this is what you did in this time. And like,
isn't it?
Good God, like 60 pounds ago. And like, who the hell is this kid?
That's always the worst, dude.
I don't even recognize myself in a lot of that stuff.
Having to look back on it and go, fuck, dude, that was like 20 pounds ago, man. Damn it. What happened?
Yeah, sweet hemp necklace, Ian. Just that you never took off. Like,
oh, the fucking hemp necklaces, man. Oh,
that was the thing, man.
Do you remember, like, we used to make those, like, all the fucking time.
Like,
there's
some, like,
triple
I'd
color
wear it till
fucking...
it fell off my body. I never took it off.
Oh,
Showered with it, slept in it.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I had to
dude.
wear that shit for years.
You had and you had to wear it in the shower because that's how you got all the fucking scratchiness off of it. Because when you first made them and you'd put them on, dude, your neck was, you had a red ring around your neck for like a week and a half while the grease and shit like laid into it.
Oh, yeah.
But then after all the grease and shit was laden into it, and it was fucking like you could see all the brown spots and stuff on the edges where it was all soft, dude. Kind of disgusting.
Oh, they were gross, man.
Fucking, I remember like you take it off and it's just like a slime rope. Like it's just like a grease rope, dude. Like it's we loved it, because it was like that's my fucking hemp, dude. That's my thing.
Yeah,
Like that's what you did, man. And it got so crazy. I remember you'd know certain girls or whatever at school that were like, this girl, if you need hemp tied, you talk to her because this girl can work you up something sick. They did shit with hemp that I mean, I could do the spiral tie and the square tie, which was like the box tie or whatever.
I never even really attempted that shit. Just I'd find people to make that shit for me.
I could do the square, but I could never do the spiral.
And the deal always was like if you buy them the colors, they'll make you the rope.
Yep.
Which was cool. Yeah. And then I eventually learned how to do it myself. And I remember the first one that I made because they teach you to like put a nail in the desk and then put the knot on that and then tie it down from there so you can pull on it and like. Dude, I think my first one took me, man, I don't even know. It took me hours because I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
And my fingers, like the grooves of my index fingers from pulling it every time and turning it and then pulling it and turning it, dude, they were like indented for days after my first necklace. But I was so fucking proud.
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, my first fucking necklace.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I just remember like mine always like I started small, then by the end of like the fad that I was into, like. My fucking hemps, they just got so damn big.
They were like dog collars, dude.
Wearing like a fucking hemp turtleneck. Like, looking back at those photos, just, damn.
Dude,
you were stoked on that, dude.
They fucking, yeah, man. I remember, one of my last hemp necklaces I ever remember wearing, which, again, like you said, you wear them for years. So it might have been the only hemp necklace I ever wore. I don't know. But it was fucking massive, dude. Like, my dog could wear that shit, no problem, and be just fine. Like, it was thick. Because they have the different grades of hemp at the store, That was always fun going in there like, oh, okay, what colors am I going to fucking get? Oh, they have black?
Oh
what?
God.
Fucking black hemp, dude? Now I can be quintessential emo high school 2000s kid. Like,
oh, yeah. I rocked that 2000 look hard.
The big one I made, it was
Thanks
like,
a lot, Blink-182.
Yeah, Tom, you dick.
It was like that wide, and I was going and tying and going, and I got carried away, and it ended up being like
way too long.
Yeah, and I
Made
put
a
it on.
belt.
I put it on, and it was like
You had like a Yeezy chain
G
going.
yeah. So I just used it as a lanyard, like on my keys.
Nice.
For years
Yeah.
and years, and it held. And it finally, I was somewhere. I think I was in Montana for a Dead Pass show.
Oh, okay.
And we were
Nice.
unloading gear, and it
Were you at the
ripped
rail
off.
yard?
Yeah, at the rail yard.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to the rail yard. Well, it's not there anymore, but that was a cool spot.
That was a cool spot, and it ripped off, and I never found it. As long as it fucking was, it
Never?
was gone. It
Damn.
disappeared. Yeah.
Someone stole it.
Someone picked it up.
Yeah, they kiped that shit from you.
Yeah, because you can't lose that. You can't lose a 3-foot-long hemp cord.
And it was probably fucking 2 inches
Oh, yeah.
around, the
Oh,
fat
absolutely.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I always thought it was cool, and I think they're still doing it. I think there's still people that are doing it. I like seeing like the dog leashes that are made out of hemp. I always thought those were cool.
Those
When
are
people they get, there's a certain point. Like, don't make a belt out of fucking hemp. Like, I don't want to see you walking around with a fucking grease loop on your fucking waist, man. Like, I don't need to see that shit. But I do think it's cool when people make like fucking dog collars and leashes and stuff out of them, stuff for their animals. I think that's fucking cool. So, how many times did you dye your hair?
Oh,
just
good
maybe
God.
just in like, yeah, because for probably for you and me, I dyed my hair.
I dyed my hair lots of times.
dude.
Like, lots. Like, definitely, like, 10, 15 times.
Yeah, it had to have been that many, right?
Back in, like, I'd say, I was in 9th grade around 1999, and even I think it even went back to, like, 7th grade, maybe. Like, for some reason, like, at first, like, the first time I ever dyed my hair, it was really cool just to have, like, your tips bleached.
Oh yeah,
had
dude,
the
the frosted tips,
like-
man. Frosted
Dude,
tips.
Backstreet Boys, that was
Yeah.
the shit.
Thanks, Backstreet Boys. You fucks.
As much as I didn't care for the Backstreet Boys, I sure loved their hairstyles,
No shit.
apparently.
It was the look, dude.
They were always wearing the coolest clothes, man.
But
They
that
were
was
always-
like the punk skateboarder look, and that's what I was going for back then. And then that transferred. I just started bleaching my hair. This had nothing to do with Slim Shady. I had pretty long hair at the time, so I kind of looked like a fucking poser surfer, like
Nice.
kind of.
We
and
should
then I
pull
got
up some
into.
pictures of that at some point. I want to see
Oh,
those.
you don't want to see
I
them.
bet they're
Oh no,
amazing.
I do want to see.
I want to
them.
see them.
Definitely
They are
do
damn
wanna see
embarrassing. Then I started getting into the coloring. I've had my hair blue, green, pink, yellow, orange.
Layton still dyes his hair blue every once in a while.
I haven't done it in.
When was the last time you did that? It was right
probably-
before a show, wasn't it?
It
Wasn't
was
it?
probably about 4 years ago.
I thought it was right before a record show. I thought you had it.
I remember
dyed
you
blue.
having blue hair not that long ago.
it
Wasn't
was-
it purple for a while?
It was blue and purple. for a
Purple,
while,
maybe. Yeah. Okay. Variation of the two, but
Yeah, the last.
was that really 4 years ago?
Yeah, the last
Really?
the last pictures of the blue where it had totally fallen out was at the Beacon Club when we played the Beacon, because my hair was like
I was gonna.
silvery
Yep,
blue.
that actually makes sense because I was gonna say I remember the last time your hair was colored, you were still playing my drum set, and I think that's why it's because that night
Yep.
you had like just dyed your hair maybe the night before or that day or something like that, and yeah, you were a fucking Smurf by the end of the night.
Oh, it was
dude. Your
bad. It was
whole
real bad.
entire face was blue, dude.
And-
You looked like
and-
Violet from
oh, yeah,
fucking
no,
Willy Wonka.
You don't dye your hair the day before a show.
Nope.
And also, another tip for all y'all, if you're thinking about dyeing your hair, when I was in 10th grade, when I had dyed it bright, like neon blue, well, I was also in swim class at the time. Turns out that chlorine completely destroys that shit, and I ended up with this nasty, like, snot green looking hair.
No way.
It was
Oh,
pretty
fuck.
fucked up.
That's super punk though.
And I couldn't like really re-dye it for a while because I just fried it when I fucking bleached
you
it.
you just fucking
And then
destroyed
I
it.
just like dyed it, so my hair was like straw at the time, so I had to like just kind of deal with it for the rest of the semester.
yeah. Oh no.
Sup, ladies?
Yeah, when I was
I got
ladies.
snot-looking hair. Just
when I was 11.
You were finally able to take the joke. It's natural.
Yeah.
You could actually take that to the real level. You know,
Yeah.
like
When I was like 11 and 12 years old, I'd actually bleach blonde dyed my hair,
oh yeah,
and after that,
you bleached it.
yeah, like
That's just
like
it. You
whole
fucking
head,
fried it.
whole
yeah.
head. No, it was healthy. I actually did it with hair gel.
Oh.
They had like lightning hair gel. It had like a bunch of bleach in it. But
Is this? Can you confirm this? You're a hair gel master, so
I mean,
It was-
I've never came across this. Nothing I've used.
Yeah,
I've
it
always
was-
used the hardcore shit that
it-
just burns your scalp, but it just gets the job
No,
done.
it
the
was
Just-
fucking
it was
blazing's got
called-
lightning bolts on the package and shit, and you're mixing it up, and it's like, wait, make sure you're wearing this respirator mask that's included because
Wear
if you don't,
gloves.
you're probably gonna die. And it's
Don't
like,
get
what
the
the
shit in your eyes.
It was
Yeah.
it was called lightning gel, and it was
Lightning
it had
gel.
It had lightning, yeah, and it had bleach in it.
Was it made by LA Looks?
It was.
Ah,
Yeah,
they
it
made all the
was.
gel.
Yeah.
They made all. Do you still use LA Looks?
Fuck no, that shit's for kids, man. Just
You used that stuff for a long time, though, didn't you? I thought I remembered being over at you and Kaylee's house now and seeing a bottle of LA Looks in your bathroom.
And that was probably 10 years old. Like, for some reason, I just never threw it away. It's probably still there, to be honest.
It was blue. I know it was a blue-colored bottle.
And I stopped using that. Unfortunately, I don't even want to disclose how much I pay for my hair gel.
Is it a lot?
It's too much.
It's Paul Mitchell.
Hey, man, at least you have hair to gel.
If you're ever in my bathroom, like, and you peek around the back of it, you're going to be disgusted how much I pay for hair gel.
I'm gonna remember that next time I'm at your house and taking a dump in your bathroom and be like, I'm just gonna reach over and see. Holy fuck!
Make you shit more.
Matt, is everything okay? I think so. I just got to look at the price tag on Ian's hair gel. I remember buying, because I used to do, dude, I did horrible fucking things to my hair, which makes sense now that it's just all fucking falling out. But if it's finally like, dude, all right, man,
I'm done.
You're 35. It's all going to your fucking chin now. Like, there's like the top of your head is fucking done for. But I remember I remember bleaching my hair. Dude, that was a bad one, especially because when Eminem started hitting the scene like real heavy. He was my boy. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be him. I'm gonna be him. So I fucking shaved my head, down to where it was just little tiny, and bleached the shit out of it, and fucking the second I saw roots coming back in, I fucking bleach it again. It was like once every 3 weeks I was running a fucking bowl of bleach through my hair, dude.
Yikes, that's terrible.
Oh, so I didn't.
That's so bad.
It wasn't this awesome fucking gel that apparently
you're
existed.
using the hardcore shit.
Oh, dude, it was the stuff. It was like, make sure you put the respirator on before you open this pouch because it's gonna can't be any animals in the room. Like, it's fucking wild, dude. I'm like, my mom's mixing it together. Jesus Christ, Matthew.
Burns my nose hairs.
Yeah. I don't know why the fuck. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for letting me go through that. You enabler.
Yeah, my mom helped me on a lot of that shit.
Dude, my mom did it every time.
My mom dyed my hair black when I was 14. I dyed it like pitch black.
Yeah.
And I remember that because I asked my mom to go get like a box dye, and when she brought it home, there was like an Asian lady on the front of it. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was like blue black, so it was like natural
midnight
Asian.
black.
Well, yeah, but like in the sun, it would like shine blue.
Yeah, that's a cool tone.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool.
That's kind of cool.
But it turns out that like Asian people hair like does that naturally. So it's like
it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa, I got to start studying Asians more because I don't.
Good for them.
Yeah, that's fucking
cool.
rad.
But yeah, I had
get some of those genes.
I had that from like 14 to about 16, and my hair stayed dark for. Probably 5 years after
I went
that,
jet black for a couple of years after the snot green incident. When I was finally able to dye it again, instead of bleaching it again, I just dyed it all jet black. And then one night, just decided my friend Matt Day was going to cut it into a mohawk. So that was a thing. I
you
rocked
let
a mohawk.
Matt Day cut your hair into a mohawk?
Yeah, it was a questionable decision.
That is whoa. No offense, Matt, if you ever come across this, but holy fuck, I wouldn't let any. Well, I'd let you cut my hair, but you're probably the only one.
I used
that,
Elmer's school glue, like
Yeah,
the white
yeah,
glue,
yeah.
to keep it up, dude.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It worked well. Like it washed out fine in the shower,
Well,
but like
and supposedly Elmer's glue is actually really good for your hair.
yeah, like this shit's Wyoming, dude. Like you can't use like normal hair gel for that. You want that shit to stand up straight.
Yeah, I don't think. See, I think there's a dispute with the good for your hair argument thing. I think what it is, it's not good for your hair, but it's not bad for it. Like it doesn't promote your hair in any way, but it also doesn't deteriorate.
Yeah, like
it's
I said, like
full on non-toxic and safe.
everyone
and all
thought
that
it was
shit,
weird, but like get in the shower, shit, fuck, washed out just as easy.
Yeah,
like,
I did that a lot. I when I was going through my hardcore punk scene, I had a mohawk for a little while. I definitely cut out a mohawk, and that's what you did, man. It's like you cut a mohawk and it's like Elmer's glue, and you just sit there in the bathroom and you fucking work that bitch up and then you dry it.
Yeah, exactly. Get the blow dryer out.
Yeah, and just start
do
fucking.
it in sections.
Yep, and start
Nothing's
pulling.
more punk than spending 20 minutes on your hair.
That's kind of the funny thing about the hardcore punk scene. They're always like, dude, fuck authority, fuck conformity and shit. And it's like, how long did you take to do your hair today, bro?
Yeah.
How long did you stare at yourself in the mirror? How pissed was your girlfriend that you were in the bathroom staring at the mirror, getting your fucking hawk set up, dude?
Not gonna lie, when I was 14, 15, I was all about that shit. I had seen SLC Punk a few too many times,
yeah.
and I took away the wrong message. So I decided, I'm just gonna dress like a fucking hobo street punk, even though I live in a pretty nice house and like I have a nice family. Like I live in Casper, Wyoming, but I'm just gonna look like shit, and I'm gonna copy all of their styles. And I'm gonna go out of my way to put on this punk rock uniform.
And that's the thing is like you're supposed to be anti-conformist when you're punk, but it's like you look just like every other guy
punk.
who's trying to be like you, or that you're trying to be like. Like, there's some weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did it. I had plaid pants and fucking. I did a mohawk, and I thought I had a fake lip piercing because my parents wouldn't let me get a real one. So I'd fucking pocket that shit before I got to school, you know. And then I'd get to school, and as I was walking in, I fucking put that thing on, like, yeah, what up, everybody? Yeah, I was like full on douche. I would write for a little while there. I was writing my name across my knuckles in Sharpie and in pen and shit, and just leaving it there and letting it sit. King douchebag. I'm telling you guys, like
your own name, not even like
Matt. Just because it fit across my knuckles, I was like, that's fucking sick, dude. Like, painting my fingernails black and shit. Like,
see, I never went that far with
yeah,
it.
I definitely painted. Did you ever paint your fingernails?
No, but for some
definitely
reason, like, girls I hung out with always liked to paint my fingernails, and I just kind of always let them.
Did they, like, black, or did they, like...
fucking all colors. Sometimes it was black, sometimes it was multicolors.
No
sometimes
way.
It was, yeah. Dad was always super pumped on that.
Oh, I bet. You come home and you got fucking painted, and your dad's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Pretty sure your mom's got some paint, some nail polish remover upstairs to take care of that.
Why don't you go do that real quick?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, man. Oh, shit, dude. The old days, man. The fucking old days.
I was super into, like I was like really into Rancid and like
oh yeah,
Anti-Flag and just like all that kind of like that street punk shit, because that was just kind of what was hot back then.
I'm standing with the rank and file, I'm marching with the underground.
And you look at those assholes these days, and they're still street punking it out. But Google Tim Armstrong, that motherfucker's worth $13 million.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. Like,
good for them. They made a badass career out of it. Like they kind of came from streets-ish background.
Yeah.
I'm still questioning a little bit of it, but
they definitely you can admire those guys, you can respect those guys because they did the band thing, like they did it. They went out and played shows and fucking made a name for themselves, which is cool.
They had the whole East Bay thing, Berkeley, the Sacramento area. Like I think we even went there. They had the Gilman Street venue, which was where all like the old like punks like kind of played. Like that's where Green Day came from. The Ataris, like Rancid, like all those bands. Assorted Jelly Beans came up in that one scene.
Oh my god, there's a name I haven't heard in fucking decades, dude. Assorted Jelly Beans. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And then that morphed into early 2000s punk. Think very Sum 41, very Blink-182. Yeah. Then that morphed into, I got really into Screamo and
oh man,
grew my bangs out, got really small t-shirts and white belts, and that I never put I always buckled it on the side.
On the side,
I remember,
yeah,
dude, I remember
did that too.
You did that for a while because I remember you doing that when we were in Good Morning Tonight.
Oh
sure.
Shit, I did that until like 2013.
Which I guess stylistically looks kind of neat. But when that becomes super fucking inconvenient?
When you really have to piss.
When you gotta piss.
Like real
and
bad.
And you get to the bathroom and your belt is 3/4 of the way behind you. And then when you finally do get it off, you have this much fucking belt hanging off outside the pisser, dude. And everyone's like, what the fuck, did you take your belt all the way off? And no, hang on, watch, look, because it's back here. See that? You see that? Because it buckles back
I have to
here.
keep it from flapping in front of my piss stream.
Yeah,
so.
dude, so it's just this big fucking long thing hanging off the side of the pisser, dude. And it's like, man, we make some wild decisions as kids, dude. Like,
yeah, like I said, like I couldn't have got like skinnier jeans. Like I wore women's jeans.
You were wearing your girlfriend's
7 years.
jeans, dude. She was getting pissed at you for a while, wasn't she? Because you kept stealing her jeans.
Yeah, well, I mean, eventually we just started sharing jeans. But like, isn't
that fucking wild, dude?
Yeah, before I packed on the weight, I was wearing like a size 5 in women's jeans and shit.
God.
I had no business wearing jeans that tight. Like, but
I got
it was the style.
I got real skinny right after high school, right at 2011, right when like hardcore.
That's kind of 2005 to 2012 was kind of like kind of like that era.
And I got real skinny. I got like 180.
Damn, dude.
On my frame, yeah. It's tiny.
Yeah.
So
little boy.
I went out and bought, like the smallest
little clothes
jeans that I could
Hot
find.
Topic, baby.
Yeah.
What up, Hot Topic?
Oh yeah, those raw denim jeans. Have you ever had those? Where they kind of stretch, but you're not supposed to wash them but like one time a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually got a pair of those from what the fuck is the name of the place? The super posh preppy kid place.
Oh, American Eagle. Aeropostale.
Aeropostale, is that the one? That one, the one that's up in the mall, whatever. I think
that was.
Well, they're both of them were there. They're right next to each other.
Oh well, okay. Then one of those. I don't know.
It's probably American Eagle.
I had a pair of those, but they weren't made out of like the raw. It wasn't like the raw jeans. They were actually made out of coffee beans. and they were like they were
That
stretchy.
That sounds like something American Eagle.
Yeah, and they were like $85 fucking super fucking expensive. No, they might have been more. They might have been like $100, whatever. But they were awesome. They were super comfortable. I didn't buy them. My girlfriend at the time did, so it was whatever.
And that was the thing with these fucking raw denim jeans were so dumb because you can only wash. You're only supposed to wash them one time a year, right? To like keep the fit and the wash and everything.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't know, it's raw denim, but I remember I'd moved in with my girlfriend at the time, and she didn't work for some of the time we were together. I'd go work, so she would go stay home and clean and do dishes and laundry and shit. Well, one day I found my laundry and my fucking raw denim jeans were
no!
And I remember like I walked out holding them and I was like, "Did you wash?"
2011 Lane started freaking out.
Did you wash my raw denim? And I sounded like, looking back, I sounded like such a douchebag. But like, did you wash my raw denim jeans? I just remember her like cowering in the corner, like, "I'm sorry,
I didn't know." Which is funny too, because you know, in the modern world now, when you wash something of your girlfriend's or your significant other's that isn't meant to be washed,
or like when you put it in the dryer when it's not supposed to be dried.
It's a fucking shit show, dude. Like you could, it's like this.
He's just laughing. He's like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Married guy over here probably knows exactly what we're talking about.
Except unfortunately, it's me on the other end of the. Yeah, you're not supposed to dry that hoodie.
God damn it! Please, God, don't dry that. Wait. Oh my God. Yeah, it's like they have this weird sixth sense. They could be like out shopping for something, you know, or like not even at the house, and all of a sudden they're like tapping their girlfriend on the shoulder, like, I gotta go home.
Ian, just put my fucking sweater in the dryer.
I had the internal clock, and I heard the washer go off, and then I heard the dryer door shut.
My connection with my sweater just feigned a little bit. It's being ruined. What are you doing?
Oh my God, dude, that's fucking hilarious.
You know what though, man? Like I miss those like old band T-shirts from like 2011 where they were like neon dinosaurs and blood.
I still have a lot of them, and I don't fucking fit in them.
But like, I want that to come back because have you seen like A Day to Remember's last merch line? It was just like black shirts with like A Day to Remember. Right and that was it.
All the hardcore bands have been doing that. It's like the little pocket badge, basically, up in the corner, and then a big fucking logo on the back.
Yeah. See, I'm not a fan of that.
I don't like that either.
I like
my full front shirts. I think that's cool.
My A Day to Remember shirt was like big white A Day to Remember with like a cop car and like a dinosaur.
Yeah, back when they were.
I had one with like a little like a kid, and he was like had a bloody hand. There's a bunch of ravens and shit.
Yeah.
And it was like,
bring that shit back because that was cool.
That reminds me of an AFI shirt that I used to have from back in the day. I think it was 2008, 2009. Yeah, talk about your emo bands, baby.
AFI was a big part of 10th grade Ian.
Loved those guys.
And my black hair.
Yeah, but I had a
soul.
full frontal AFI shirt, and it had like a big moon in the corner and like a crow like next to it, and it was kind of like Edgar Allan Poe kind of like theme, but it was all AFI and like Nightmare Before Christmassy kind of. It was fucking elaborate, dude. It was badass.
My favorite type of of band merch was the one with like the picture with the name of the band, and then on the back was like a lyric. In big scratchy letters.
Yeah.
That was my favorite style of band shirt.
I'm down with that. I've never been a big fan of tour shirts where they got the tour dates listed on the back.
Like, I mean, that's cool if you want to frame it and like keep it, as a keep.
I'm just not into that.
Cave,
I've always wanted to make one of those for like our band, but it's just a bunch of like Casper dates on there,
or just a bunch of fake dates in places that don't exist.
Yeah,
like Springfield from The Simpsons. Like we played there.
Presley Avenue fall tour. It's just like 2 Casper dates on there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you think about it, like we went from one end of town to the other.
Technically, it is a tour. We played 2 bars in the same day.
It was multiple days, bro. Like
different people showed up to them.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh man. Yeah, I miss those. I
miss like big, like crazy bright, bombastic, like band merch.
I still have a couple of band T-shirts. I've got a Motion City Soundtrack one that I wear pretty frequently, and I love that one. It's a full frontal, and it's got cool little like roses and like a chick on the front of it.
I really miss zip hoodies too. Bands don't do zip hoodies anymore.
Zip hoodies are like the only ones I like to wear.
Like crew neck sweatshirts are really in. Which don't get me wrong.
Non-zip
hoodies. I'm okay with crew necks. I'm okay with non-zip hoodies, but I prefer a zip hoodie. And a lot of bands don't do many.
What's a crew neck?
It's just a sweatshirt without the hood.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I've got a couple of those. I can dig on those, but yeah, hoodies. I'm a zipper guy.
I've always been the same way too. Apparently I've always wondered, like, who are the people that like just the pullover hoodies? Lane's our guy, man.
Big
lot of people
big old
like-
fat dudes, because when you zip them, they look all fucking weird. They're like they don't zip together right.
Oh, because the zipper's all exposed.
Yeah.
Like, so you can see the teeth and everything in
Well,
it.
and I buy my hoodies big anyway, but you can't find band zip hoodies in 3X.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
don't happen.
Well, you can, but you got to go to fucking Denver, and you got to go to Colorado, you got to go to Utah and fucking Montana and shit. Yeah, you can't find that shit locally.
No.
Which, and I guess it kind of makes sense you can't find it locally because being a guy who's priced out merch several times.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, hoodies are expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just material,
Well,
dude.
shit,
It's fucking expensive.
Anything over extra large is expensive.
Yeah,
which
that's
I mean,
a lot
it
of
makes
material,
sense.
man.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of material.
Tons
Good
of
morning
material.
tonight. Like when we made it, like we made those one batch of hoodies that turned out like fucking garbage.
The,
Looked
was
like
that the
shit.
goo ood morn
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
go
it said?
on. Like yeah, they
So
said
it was
they
a,
would
so
print.
it was a hoodie. It was a zip hoodie, and we wanted to put "Good Morning Tonight" on it. But instead of them, they stopped. They put a.
They
put
told
a,
us they were going to print over the zipper so it would all flow together,
but
and they
instead,
fucking didn't.
They put a barrier on the zipper, so there was a clear gap between the words.
Go
so,
odd.
Go odd.
morning ton-ite.
Ton-ite. Yeah, like it was.
We spent like $800 on that run of hoodies and probably made like maybe 300 back. We just ended up giving them a bunch away.
Because they came back and we were like, well, those suck. Well, that was a
That's
waste.
wrong.
Yeah. Hey, you said you were going to do this and you didn't.
That's-
Well, you still
I
owe us
think-
$800. Ugh.
I think my favorite of any of the bands I've ever been in, Dead Pass had a design that was from like the collar all the way down to the cuff at the bottom, and it was like this dude that had like a bag tied over his head, and then Dead Pass right here. But the whole thing was this dude with a bag. It
Nice.
was the coolest
And
like.
full, like past the hems and stuff
Yeah,
too. It's like
yeah.
down past the
It
hems.
was
I like shirts that do that.
So cool, but they didn't. You know, I'm a big fat dude, and they didn't make 2XL. So I had to buy an extra large from my own band. Because we had to make money on them. We had to.
Mhm.
I had to. So I had an extra large, and it fit me for like 3 weeks.
And
I
then
could
that
never
was
wear
it.
it
That
again.
was the
Definitely
end.
understand why, especially like local bands or smaller bands, they'll have just a black T-shirt with like a white logo. Like
Makes
you're
sense.
You're paying per color.
That's
Yeah.
one
For
screen.
that
Yeah,
screen
yeah,
printing,
yeah, that's
and, like,
one screen.
That
so
shit adds up. The more colors you have, like
it's insane, dude.
I think in GMT we had one that had like 6 colors.
that was that
and,
blue
like,
shirt, right?
Yeah,
dude.
fuck, those were expensive, man.
Dude,
Like,
one shirt was like fucking $26 to print or something, dude. It was fucking
like,
crazy.
I don't know if it's that, but
They're expensive.
when you're trying to justify a price, like hey, all of these are $10. This one's $15. Like it's kind of hard to justify that for people paying those.
Yeah, to turn around and sell it and be like, oh, like this is a $20 shirt. And they're like, really? Like, yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
And that's how much.
I
you gotta
promise. I promise. You want to see the messages that me and the screen printer had
yeah.
back
Yeah.
and forth? Because I can show you.
pay.
This
show you
is
my
just so
bank
we
account.
break even.
Yeah.
Like we are making zero profit if
Yeah,
you give me
no.
$20 for this shirt.
That's yep. And that's the thing, man. I feel for a lot of local bands because we've done it. We've all been in bands that have had to do it, man. Paying for merch, it can be a really good investment, but fuck, dude, it's a fucking. You got to go in, dude. You got to
Yep.
go in at the beginning.
It comes out of your pocket first.
Yep.
What was our most expensive merch order in Good Morning Tonight? Wasn't it like upwards of $1,000 or something
Yeah,
like that?
because we got those hoodies. They were like $800. We got a run of girl shirts, which were like $400, and then we got some new men's shirts, which were like another $400. So yeah, that was like a $1,600 merch order. That
Jesus.
some of that came from some money we had accrued from shows and stuff and touring, and the rest of it just came straight out of our own pockets.
Dude, I look back on it sometimes and I'm like, for being as broke as we fucking were as band kids in Good Morning Tonight, we sure as hell looked like we were balling a lot.
Yeah.
Like $1,600 merch order. Steve's playing a Mesa Boogie. Ian's playing fucking Marshall. I'm
Your
playing a
drum
Truth
kit, yeah.
drum kit. Lewis is playing some fucking German-looking
Headless.
fucking headless electronic
Rickenbacker
fucking
or some
Blue Man
shit.
Group Rickenbacker fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck, but he always was playing to
Steinbach. It was a Steinbach.
Steinbach, is that what that is?
Yeah.
And he fucking played it through a Randall, and even outside of the gear, like
We had a fucking van. We had a trailer.
Van
which
and a
Steve
trailer.
Steve owned the van.
Steve owned the van. We went to Washington to record, right? Was it Washington?
No.
Spokane? Didn't we go to Spokane?
No, Cherryville did.
Oh, that was where did
We went to Baltimore.
Oh, it's San Francisco.
And we
That's
went
what I
to
was
San
thinking. San
Francisco.
Francisco. We went to San Francisco. We went coast to coast to record albums. What?
Yeah, recorded
What?
one on the west, one on the east.
Yeah, it's fucking
And now
wild.
we just do it in your bedroom.
And now we just do it right over there. You guys can't see that side of the room, but there's stuff over there, I promise. One of these days, maybe we'll shoot something. Well, me and Jason
like
shot over there for the first one, but
do like a gear tour.
Yeah, we could do like a home tour or something. I got to clean shit first because there's
no one cares.
people there.
But
Shit
no, you're right.
everywhere.
Like I definitely I make a lot more money now than I did then.
That's what I'm saying.
And I have way less money.
Yeah. Like I'm way better off now than I was back then. And there's no way if someone was like, "Hey, we need $1,600 for $2,000 music video. Hey, we need $2,000 for a music video." I'd be like, "Well,
do you
not
take
for me."
payments?
Yeah.
Which we did. It took us like a fucking year to pay that one off.
Yeah, but it was totally worth it. That video is sick. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the old comments or in the description down below to all that stuff. But yeah, totally worth it. But I think back on it and I'm like, how the fuck did we afford all that shit? I think a lot of it was, I mean, Steve made really good money back in the day. I think he helped us out a lot, man.
I think if Presley Avenue ever does a video, we should just do it like what's that video from Taking Back Sunday? Is it Great Romances?
Oh man, I know which video you're talking about.
The one that's like the movie, like shot like a movie trailer.
I kind of hate that video.
I love it. Yeah. I love it because it's so.
I don't know if I know which one you guys are talking about.
It's not Great Romances.
What dreams are made.
Yeah.
What's the name?
I can't think of the name of it.
Timberwolves at New Jersey.
Yeah, there you
Timberwolves
go.
At New Jersey.
I know the song. Yeah, I know the song.
That music video is like
he's like in the shower and shit.
Yeah,
like,
it's like so
I fucking
homemade.
I hate that
I love
video.
it. I think it's fantastic.
I'm gonna have to
I
check
think
this out.
Absolutely fantastic.
I'm gonna have to check it out and decide for myself.
it's-
I love you,
like it.
TBS. I hate that video.
Oh, it's wonderful. And it was like it looked like one of their like very first music videos they ever
it was.
made.
I think they made it like right before they got signed to Victory or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I think so too.
Nice.
But it's so brilliant because you can obviously tell it's like shot on a fucking like a
camcorder.
Oh,
Like a because I was back in like
We're
early
talking
2000s.
2004.
Yeah,
like
early
just-
2000s.
2000,
Yeah.
even 2000.
Yeah, this is definitely on like a
camcorder.
camcorder with an actual tape,
Yeah.
like a
Like a
high
shoulder
eight.
It was
mount.
probably it was a high 8. It was a mini DV or a high 8.
I don't even think there's a shoulder mount. I think we're talking like
Like
one
little
of those
guys.
Sony handy
Yeah,
cams.
yeah, like the little. Oh yeah, probably, dude, probably. And especially if they had any backing at all, that was probably like high quality gear back in the day.
yeah,
So they were like,
absolutely.
"Fuck, dude, we got a Sony Handycam." Like, "Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
dude, let's
oh,
shoot a
yeah.
video."
Fucking back in the
That's
day,
hilarious.
Steve and I always had Steve's dad had a handy cam, and we took that fucker with us everywhere. We filmed everything we did.
I remember that. I rember watching some because didn't he find tapes from that?
Yeah, and they are never gonna see the light of
It
day.
is. Some of them are.
No.
pretty-
They should. We should cut it into a music video.
Oh man.
Oh, good God, no.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
Steve and Ian at a party, and Steve pretending like, not even pretending, he's just acting like you know how we act at parties as fucking teenagers and think you own the fucking place,
That's
and you're like,
perfect.
I'm the coolest motherfucker here, and I don't know, dude.
No, like we'd film ourselves skateboarding, we'd film ourselves doing illicit substances,
Uh-huh.
film
Oh, yeah.
ourselves drinking, like just why we thought that was a good idea, I don't know.
Hey, I know what let's do. Let's go find a bottle somewhere, and then let's record ourselves drinking it. Just you guys were like the original podcast.
Kinda.
You guys are kind of making a podcast back in the day, man.
I guess. Well, the
I
content
think
was terrible.
I think they're
Just-
called vlogs,
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it
Yeah,
was. Yeah,
there you
the
video blog.
yeah, and the IRL blogs and all that shit. Yeah,
there you go.
you
But
guys,
now, like,
you
I
guys
don't
were
know.
pioneering that shit, man. You didn't even know
Like
it.
when you're actually watch that
Trendsetters.
shit on tape, like turns out like it is not at all like you remembered it. Like you got these memories of this was fun, this was all good. Then you look back and like
Like super cringy.
ew, like we were
Why
kind of
did we-
pieces of shit. Like we were kind of assholes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I see a lot of that in old videos that I
Just-
watch too. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of a.
I don't remember being a dick like that.
I was
Just-
kind of a giant douchebag. Wow, am I still?
I felt like
Yeah,
I was cooler
still
than
am.
this.
Yeah, still am. Oops. I guess.
Oops.
I guess you know. Sometimes we just never learn. We did learn how to keep drinking and recording ourselves though. We learned that.
Yes.
So
and
at least-
we're
at
very
least-
good at it now.
We are
Yeah.
really really good at it.
In all fairness, I'm just sitting here talking. Like I'm not actually doing anything but that. So
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So some show plugs that we have coming up. Always like to do this kind of towards the end of the episodes. We're coming up on we're close, boys. We've been talking for a little while.
Nice.
A couple of show plugs. There is a show. There's a 2-day show this weekend.
Yep.
Friday and Saturday. Is that what it is?
First and second.
Bad preface. I was just trying.
Don't sound so excited.
I was just trying to
Matt.
remember all the info. I'm sorry. There's the flyer just it goes. You guys need to see the flyer. It goes through my head, and there's just so much on it that it's hard to like.
are you guys playing Friday or Saturday?
We're
Saturday.
Saturday,
We're
bro.
playing.
We're playing Saturday. we will be playing Saturday at the Firefly Hackerspace. It's a 2-day event, November 1st, November 2nd. And shut up, Wayne. I'm trying
I'm
trying to
sorry.
plug here, bro.
Oh.
2-day event. It's a charity event. Again, like last week, I haven't gotten any further information. I don't know if there's a admission fee or not.
Yeah, it's $5.
$5. Okay.
Admission.
It
Yeah.
goes to the charity, though, right?
It does. It's all goes to charity, and the charity is poverty resistance.
Yes.
Awesome. Great cause.
Yeah,
Which is
great
super dope.
cause. So definitely come out and support that. There is a lot.
Yeah, there's going to be metal,
of music,
acoustic, punk,
everything.
I mean, pretty much whatever you could want.
I don't exactly know about Friday, but I know Saturday there are 8 bands on the lineup. There's also auction items that include band merch and things like that too, and some other cool like art pieces and stuff that people are
Where
doing.
is the Firefly Hackerspace? I've never been there.
You've never been there?
I have not been
I thought
there.
you had been there.
There's actually a video on the records, or on Matt Greenlee's YouTube page.
There
It's
is. I could put a link. I could
directions
actually. Yeah, I could put a link to that in the
Firefly
description. There is. I did it because what was it, a couple years ago? Records played out there, and I knew that no one was going to know where the fuck it was at. So I was like, let's make a video of us driving to the Firefly.
Like, what
So
part of town is it in?
It's off of where the hill to the event center goes, the Brian Stock Hill.
Oh, okay, Brian Stock Trail, yeah.
Yeah, so right at the bottom of that, where it's like, is that E&F Towing or something like that? The wreckage yard that's like right at the bottom of the hill there on the left-hand side.
Sure, why not?
A towing yard, I think, Mad Towing or something like that. Right down there at the bottom of the hill. There's a dirt road that you can take a left on right before that towing company, and it's seriously like
It's right before that VFW. With the helicopter pad out.
it's
front.
a little further down the hill because that's like
Yeah.
halfway up the hill. But yeah, it's on that same hill on the left-hand side.
Gotcha.
And it's on a dirt road. And like Jason said in the very first podcast, if you think you've gone too far, you haven't. it's like half mile down this dirt road.
It's a good stretch.
But there's signs and there's arrows and there's stuff that point you there. But yeah, it's on Brian Stock Trail. If you get on Brian Stock Trail and go over the river, it's right past the river on the left-hand side. You'll see a dirt road.
Yeah.
And it's like underneath a big sign. You can Google it. I think they finally have it on Google. I think they've got a route to it now for
so.
Google Maps.
Yeah.
I think Lance and the boys out there did that finally. So that's going on November 1st and November 2nd. November 3rd, Sunday, there is a show at Butch's Happy Days out in Evansville. And it is a show with our good buddy Colton
and Jordan Taylor.
And their band called Hated.
Oh.
And it's essentially going to be like the only show they're ever playing, I think.
Yep.
So I'm actually I
gonna go.
haven't told anybody, but I'm actually going to have them in tomorrow. They're coming in tomorrow to talk about it.
Surprise!
Yeah, hey.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So they're going to come in tomorrow and talk about that, but that's going to be a big deal. I'm definitely gonna make it out to that one because, like I said, I think it's their only show they're playing.
That's what they've said the whole time. The whole promotion behind this is that it's their one
show.
So they never even meant to like play live
No.
ever. That was
No.
never the intention.
Nope. They were just going to be make studio music,
Yep.
and
it is heavy.
it's
It
brutal.
is
It's fucking
heavy.
brutal. If you guys haven't heard it, go check. It's just Hated,
Oh.
Hated. I think you can find them on Facebook, and that'll take you to all the links you need to. But they're fucking brutal. I mean, Colton's a goddamn genius, and Jordan's a fucking
Jordan's one of the best metal vocalists I've ever heard.
He's a fucking
in my
monster.
life.
So yeah, it's gonna be well worth it.
Yes.
I don't even think there's a charge. I think it's free.
There's you can either bring a non-perishable food item or
Oh, they
a
do a
cash
donation thing too?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool too. Non-perishable food item or cash donation.
And
that's
it's done by
fucking sick.
10. It's a Sunday night. They know that, so it's done by 10.
That's part of their promotion too. They want to make sure that everyone still has a chance to get home and
Yep.
sleep before
Go to bed.
People work
Monday.
on Monday.
I fucking work every Monday, dude, and it never gets easier. Mondays always suck, man. Just the morning. It just sucks coming off of a Saturday and a Sunday, and then 5:45 a.m. rolls around on Monday, and it's like, oh fuck, here we go again. So that one's going on November 3rd. November 15th, Ford and Fossil is playing a show at Gruner Brothers Brewery with a guy called The Bones of J.R. Jones. And Gruner Brothers Brewery. Shout out. And he is badass. He's like
Rude.
a bluesy. What? Did I fuck you up? Did I say something? Oh,
Do you say shout out or shut up?
I said shout out. Did it sound
Oh.
like shut up?
I thouh you just told Lane to shut up. I'm like, that's rude.
Oh, fuck, sorry. It wasn't shut up. It was shout out. I just said it really quick. It was like, shout out. So, my bad. Shout out, Gruner
I
Brothers.
said it sounded like it again. Just
Fuck, dude. I guess I
anywho,
need to work on my fucking enunciation.
continue.
So, anyways, The Bones of J.R. Jones and Ford and Fossil, Gruner Brothers Brewery, November 15th. I don't know. Do you guys know of any other happenings? I know they're out there. I always fucking forget when it comes time to plug them.
Right.
I need to have them pulled up on my laptop. So
Nick Cantine and Charles Benson just released Pleasure People.
Pleasure People, man.
They just
Fucking
released their
Pleasure
new
People. Good
album,
job,
I
guys.
believe,
Fucking
and their new
good job.
video. If you
The
haven't seen
video
it yet,
is the
pretty
video
rad.
is insane.
they spent over a year working on it. Is what
It's
Nick
so
said.
good.
So that's
They just premiered it
Congrats.
at Ad Bay last weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go, but I was able to see it on YouTube. And
yeah,
pretty impressive.
Dude, it's
good
a-
work, dudes.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Congrats
Seriously,
to those guys,
fucking
because that is a feat to get something that high quality made. In
10
this
out of
town.
10 would recommend.
Seriously
and I can
impressive.
totally understand from an engineer's standpoint doing music. I can totally
Yeah.
understand how hard it is to make something like that happen and
Oh,
make,
yeah.
make all the seams work and everything like that. So
Absolutely.
definitely good shout out to them. Pleasure People, Nick Cantine. Fucking cool, man. I didn't even know. So he's back in Casper then? I thought he moved to like Colorado or
I
something.
think he's
or?
still, as far as I know, he's still in Colorado.
Is he
I
in
think he's still in
Colorado?
Colorado.
Okay, all right.
Don't quote me on that.
But they shot the music video here.
Yeah.
I think it here, and yeah, they premiered it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's brilliant. The camera work is fucking brilliant. And
There's like stop motion and like animation.
oh yeah,
and shit.
oh yeah, it's
Like,
amazing. It's fucking amazing. And,
Well, and the music's pretty good too. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of style, but I liked it.
yeah,
I
that
dug
kind
it.
of alt style kind of stuff.
It almost reminded me, and she's probably gonna hate me if I say this, but it kind of reminded me of Manson.
oh yeah.
That kind of like industrial.
See, I never
like
really
low
listened
tech,
to. Yeah, I never really listened to Manson.
like early Manson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, either way, they're fucking cool. Nick Cantine is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guitar player. He's a great vocalist. He's a whiz behind the controls, man.
And just an
He's-
all around cool dude.
He's a cool dude. He's a
Just
really
in
cool
general.
dude. And so yeah, definitely give them a go if you haven't. And then anybody else, check out Presley Avenue, check out Records, check out Ford and Fossil. Just fucking stay in touch with the music scene in Casper. It's starting to thrive, and that's part of the reason why I decided to get this up and going and start doing this, because people need to know about what's going on in Casper, and I feel like the more we know, the better the shows are going to get. They're going to keep getting better and better and better. So
Yeah.
support local music.
definitely support local music. And like I said on the last
Like, all kinds of local music.
exactly. Like I said on the last podcast, man, if you really want to go see a show and there's an admission fee and you're like us and you're fucking broke as shit, dude, people in Casper are pretty goddamn cool, man. If you walk in there and you're like, dude, I just want to see the show so bad, like a lot of times people are gonna be like, all right, man, like, come on in.
Yeah.
Really what it comes down to for musicians is we just want bodies in the room. We just want people there. We just want people to hang out and have a good time. And if it means fucking not giving us an admission fee to get in and watch us play, I'm not gonna piss and moan
Cool.
about it, man. I don't
We're not
care.
in this to get rich.
No. I mean, ultimately, at some point, that'd be sick.
It'd be
but
nice, but-
not. It's not even. It doesn't even.
That doesn't start with a local Casper show. But
No, yeah, we talked about that on the last one too. Like, well, if you're gonna get famous, it's not gonna happen in Wyoming.
just
It'll
your
happen.
attendance, just like you showing support, is the biggest part of helping the scene thrive, helping everything grow, help everybody grow in the positive direction.
And sharing it, like talk to
Yep.
people about it, like tell people about the shows that you went and saw, tell people about the bands that you're seeing, like just spread the news, man, spread the video, talk about it, just let people know that there's a music scene in Casper, man. It's starting to happen, and I'm hoping that we can all just fucking I just want it to thrive here, man. I want to start bringing in bands like Unlevel Productions used to. I want those
Yeah.
bands and those shows to
No
start coming
kidding.
back, man.
No kidding.
We're there. We're real close to it. So keep an eye out, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in the room with Colton and Jordan, and that's gonna do it for us, man.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Thanks,
Yeah, of
Ian.
course. Thanks, for
Thanks,
coming
Lane.
in.
Of course. You're very welcome.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye.